a bombshell report was released by the UN on North Korea, and it basically claims that they're committing Nazi-style crimes against humanity. Now, that's a bold statement because the Nazis, when we think of the Nazis, we think of just the worst of the worst, the most insane, grotesque crimes in history. But according to the report, they're approaching that kind of stuff. So we've been over some of this before, but they have hard labor camps and prison camps that are basically Satan's asshole on Earth. And so they have guards that rape the women on a regular basis. They don't feed the people with any consistency, and people oftentimes starve to death. They're forced to do hard labor with little clothes on and freezing temperatures, and they become skeletons very quickly. There's flat-out torture that happens, just full dehumanization of the people who are at these camps. And you have Kim Jong-un at the same time. Any sort of political dissent at all lands you in one of these places, whether it's for a few days or a couple months, or sometimes they just keep you there until you die, and you're not going to last more than a couple of years because the conditions are too brutal. They have to eat rats to survive. Okay, think about that. There's so little food that you look at a rat and you get hungry, and you're like, I gotta eat it. I don't have a choice. I gotta eat it. Now, a lot of the country is starving, according to the report. Like, it's a common thing for if Kim Jong-un thinks, well, you know, this area is not as gung-ho about supporting us as this other area. Well, we just don't feed that area. No food goes there. Sorry. They don't even allow you to, like, take control of your own life and, like, farm your own land. It's not like that. If you do something without the approval of the government, you're dead, or you're thrown into the prison camp. I mean, the level of absurdity, it's like a caricature of a real-life situation. Like, it's like we woke up one day, or the world woke up one day, or God woke up one day and said, I want to give, an underdeveloped child human being who's been pampered his whole fucking life and raised to think that he is the one and everybody else is inferior, right? I want to give that guy the keys to a kingdom and see how he runs it. There's not, I mean, it's just a 100% fascist dictatorship tyranny where everybody's rights are kept down, people are starving, there's no medical attention, no medical care, no technology, nothing. You're living your life. If you're a citizen of North Korea, you're living your life in total fear of being hauled off to one of these camps and then dying and living a brutal existence in those camps. Now, according to the report, the situation is even worse under Kim Jong-un than it was under Kim Jong-il. Quote, luxury good expenditure by the DPRK, that's North Korea, rose to $645.8 million in 2012. Reportedly, this was a sharp increase from the average of $300 million a year under Kim Jong-il. So what has Kim Jong-un done? At the same time that his people are starving, his people, have no source of income, they have no technology or medicine or any of that stuff, they're being hauled off to these, sick labor camps and rape and torture camps. He has created a gigantic movie theater for him and his buddies. He's, imported all these different movies and a tremendous amount of cognac. He created this state-of-the-art gym that has all this, updated new equipment. So it's like, to think that this guy he's just existing on the same planet as us is mind-boggling. And the final point I'll make about this, isn't it strange that in a world where this guy exists, there are conversations and debates not about invading North Korea or bringing democracy to the people of North Korea. That's the line we always use in America. Oh, we're bringing democracy around the world. No. The places we care about, well, Iraq. Iraq is the worst place on earth, except North Korea is worse. But Iraq is terrible, so we're going to go there because they have oil. What? Or, Afghanistan, got to go there. Or remember when they were beating the drums of war for Iran, the Bush administration? Oh, we got to go to Iran. The neocons say we got to go to Iran. Or now with Syria, there's a civil war in Syria. Shit's going down. We got to go in there. We got to do it. We got to stand up for the right values and virtues, and we got to fight for democracy and freedom. Really, it's funny. Why are you selectively applying it? Because it would seem to me that if you actually look at it objectively and rank the worst countries on earth, North Korea is definitely If not the top, certainly in the top 4 or 5, right? But you're not talking about that place. You're only talking about these other places. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because you actually don't give a shit about democracy and freedom and people?